What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shouting. Stepping in the building, I got my Baltimore fam off in this thing. Tess, what's good with it, boss?
What's happening?
Man, over here cooling. Now, Tess, I had a chance to marinate on some of this music, man.
Okay.
That for sure. It's for sure, though.
Yeah,
Talk to me about that bop right there, man.
Man, for sure. It's a self-explanatory title. Like, you know, I'm just throughout the hook, I'm saying that's for sure. And the things I'm highlighting is things that I'm letting you know that's gonna be for sure in my life forever. Like, everything I'm doing, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
It's me telling people, like, you want me to fail? Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? But I still excel.
Come on now.
Yeah, I know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm telling them that's for sure. Like,
yeah.
Like all this stuff I'm doing, I'm really doing this. It's off my muscle. It's off my hard work, my effort, my passion, my drive, and that's why it's for sure. Like, we know what we definite about. You know what I mean? So
Thanks. How long have you been down with the music though, Tess?
Man, since a kid.
What was it that got you started in this thing?
Just growing up, and being influenced by music. Like since I was a real young kid, I was influenced strong by music, and since I was very little, I just wanted to create it, wanted to know how it happens. Every aspect of it, though, you feel me? Like shows, performances. When I was real little, I was interested about shit like that, like wondering what goes on backstage. How does this get set up? Who does what? Who runs the lights, the fire that come out the stage? Shit like that intrigued me when I was a kid. Like, so I just wanted to be involved.
Now, coming up in Baltimore with it, man, what was that like for you, living and surviving and making it do what it's supposed to, and then still staying down with the music at the same time?
It's interesting because when I was really young, it wasn't many people that even did music around me that was my age at all. Or not even people really tapped in like that with music for the most part. Like, my whole life, even when I was in the streets hustling and running around trying to take care of myself, I still went to the studio every day. Like, I was the person that we would get money and people around me would be like, man, why you keep spending all your money at this studio?
Yeah.
They didn't even understand. They would just hear out this high-ass studio bill and don't know what it means. And they know I'm not making money from it at the time, so to them it was just a waste of money.
Yeah.
And but I understood what I was doing this whole time. Like, as far as just trying to be great and just and really, like, you know, for me that was like practicing. You know, I was just trying to get better, and I just would always go to the studio. I don't care how hard we trap all day or whatever we did, I was going to the studio. If a nigga went to, even I still come to the club with you and stuff, but after that I'm going to the studio. Like,
that's right.
So I would, you know, it was like that. I was going to the studio when it wasn't fun for other people.
Thanks.
Now 100 people ain't got nothing to do with the studio, being in the studio.
All
but
the
it's
time.
still lit. But I'm just saying, like, I've been there both times. You know what I mean? But that's how it was for me. I just always had a goal to go to the studio, no matter what I did. Like, you know what I mean, that's what I was into, going to the studio. I had to pay the engineer because I didn't know how to record myself and nothing. This was back in the day. So I just, you know, I made sure I had a budget for the studio, and back then shit was expensive more than it is today, just because it wasn't that many people on it. You know what I mean? So, but shit, it got me where I'm at now.
But then you had to haul off and get your own studio though.
Yeah, I did that though when I was like, I don't know, probably like 19. I think probably like 19 I did that. So I always had the studio, and that's because I was in there so much. I soak up anything I'm around. So I would watch the dude record me. Yeah. And what he pressed, and just the basics, basically enough to track out the song, right? Yeah. So once I learned that shit, I was, you know, I'm interested in having my own thing, because I'm like, I don't really gotta pay these people all this money. Yeah. I can learn how to do this shit myself. So that's what I started to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
To the point to where you had to have a little baby coming in that thing recording.
Yeah, see, that's years later. Like, that's a new spot that I had. But basically, like, shout out my nigga Rashad. Rashad hit me up.
What up, though, Shad?
Yeah, Shad hit me up, and he was, you know, they was in town. They needed a spot. I got a real dope spot in the DC, Maryland, Virginia, Baltimore area. Yeah. You know what I mean? So a lot of artists come there and record. So, you know, of course, it's like, you got to be referred. So like I said, Rashad hit me up. So I just locked the spot off for bro. And then I come in like a couple days later. I was out of town. I came back. I asked the engineer how the session went. The engineer that worked for me at the time. I said, how the session went? He said it went great. He said he had it was like a snippet or something that they had left on there, and he played it for me. The shit was hard as hell. I'm just sitting there vibing. I'm like, this shit hard. Yeah. He like, yeah, he ain't finished. It's just a hook in the first verse, kind of. I'm like, this shit hard. Boom, whatever. Fast forward, like, you know what I mean, like 8-9 months later, that same song wound up coming out. it wound up being close friends.
My God.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people might not know, you know what I mean? I ain't never even told nobody this, but, you know, shout out to Lil Baby. But he had did that vibe, that energy, he dropped that in Baltimore and at my spot.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Being up there, I'm with you.
I was ready to say, and they finished it somewhere else.
Yeah.
But the first verse and the hook, I heard that shit way before. But yeah, and I was like, damn, that's lit. I told Rashad I need a plaque, yo. I was like, I was like, for my business, yo.
Exactly.
It's my business. You know, I got to put Lil Baby on there.
Come on now.
They did, you know.
I'm with you.
For real.
That whole Baltimore, D.C. area, man. What is that music vibe like up there? What's that industry going?
So Baltimore is separated from the DMV.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like on a beef thing or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just a separation. And Baltimore got its own. We have our own shit going on.
Okay.
We have our own music scene, our own movement. And the DMV, shouts out to the whole DMV. This ain't no shade, it's just facts. They don't even include us in anything like that. You had the DMV Music Awards, right? Something that they do out there for the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia artists. It won't even be no Baltimore people involved. It won't be no Baltimore people nominated for nothing, anything like that, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, we just separate. So I can speak on our scene more so, but all them scenes is thriving. We still connected because, you know, it's 45-minute drive away from each other.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, we so different in different terms of how we just shit music scene, how this works and that works. But everybody in DC is lit. Everybody in Northern Virginia lit. Shout out everybody in Maryland. The artists is lit. The music scenes is crazy. But Baltimore, they got our shit separate. And so it's like we got a lot of up and coming artists there that's on their grind, that's going crazy. Like a close friend of mine, YG Tech. I highlight Tech all day, no excuses. Tech is all this, you know what I'm saying? We got a crazy scene. We got a lot of people that's in the forefront leading it. It's a lot of label attention there on these other artists. I've been doing this for a long time, so my view on it and my position, you know, is, you know, I sit back and just observe and just connect dots and try to help people further whatever they got going on. So like where we're at in Baltimore, the scene is lit. You got Rowdy Rax here, youngin'. That's
what up, though, Rowdy? Yeah, he came through here.
Yeah, we got Rowdy Rax. That's my little bro. He goes crazy. He's been grinding for a time. Like I watch these people elevate themselves, and you know I'm older than them. So I when I look at them, it's like it just is. It's interesting when you watch somebody blossom.
Yeah,
I know people watch me blossom. That's ahead of me.
Yeah,
and I know it's interesting in them as well. So it's just lit, man, to just, you know, see it actually just start getting recognition for the most part. It ain't never been no big artists out of Baltimore, but we've been working forever and making noise. Anybody know me know I've been consistent since I started.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just about elevation. Everything elevated right now that I can honestly say. Like, it's a good scene. I know it's a market. It's just once the more business structure come in and people get more elevated in how they need to be as artists and what really is important and what, you know, really don't work. But just once you know how to cut things out your situation to help move more correct.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I think that's what's going to take it to the next level.
But see, with all of them artists that you named, ain't none of them like you. Okay. Not like me, that bop, man. Break that joint down to me, fool.
Not like me. Man, the Not Like Me song, Not Like Me.
Yeah.
It was me really saying, not just to rappers or nothing, it was in general to people like, you know how niggas say they do this for their people or whatever. It's like, I'm just telling the guys that highlight in their lives all the things that they be, I'm this, I do that, but you really don't. Like, you know what I mean? You really don't be, that's just smoke and mirrors, you really don't be on. And I ain't talking about on gang time, street time. I'm talking about if you say you pay all the rents and you pay one rent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, them type of people, like, come on, man, like, cut it. And it's like, anything I'm doing and saying is I don't even like to highlight. I don't be like, oh, I'm a real nigga, but I'm very authentic. And when I'm talking and doing my thing and giving people me on a song, I'm telling the truth. It's shit my baby mama hear that she probably hate to hear, but that's my truth. That's my piece. Yeah, that's my painting, and I don't have no restriction on my creation. So like when I'm doing music, I'm gonna say this shit how it is, and Not Like Me was me telling you not like me, like, and respectfully though, like, you know what I mean, like everything I'm saying and throughout the song, I'm talking about putting these niggas on game. Pushing the culture but I really do this. Like, I employ many people. I put plenty of people on the money. with nothing, no benefit to me. Like the shit don't benefit me. I don't make nothing off of it. I don't even want. It's not for that. I'm not giving you that for me.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so many people worldwide, not just in America, that can vouch for these measures that I'm telling you that I take. I do all this shit, and it just be for, because I feel like God blessed me so much. That's my way of keeping my blessings blossoming even more, because I'm getting so, it's coming, it's so much around me coming. I'm like, damn, I feel helpful now. Like, let me help. So you know what I mean?
Feel you.
You feel me? So I'm putting this shit. So I'm telling these niggas they not like me. They not doing this like me. You're not putting people in a position. You know what I mean? You're not putting people in a position like me. You're not doing things without restriction like me. You know what I'm saying? You're not whatever. Like, and I'm not even saying you can't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you not though. Like, and that's where that record come from. Like, shout out ATL Jacob.
Yes, sir.
He produced it for me. We recorded that in Miami. He made the beat right in front of me. So it was like one of them vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything was right. We did the beat and the song at the same time, so within the same 2 hours. So it was just like, you know, it was for real. Like I felt like like I'm in here with Jacob. I got ATL Jacob in Miami. I'm in the session. We creating this. You're not like me. You getting this shit emailed to you. They done already made it. They playing you 4 and 5 beats. You picking it out. That's not what I'm doing with these niggas. We is locking in. We is connected energy, and we just really doing this shit in real life. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about putting it down with them visuals at the same time too, because not only are the songs jamming, but them visuals is right there with them.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Like I put a lot of effort. Everything you see me do, if I do it, I line it up. If it's somebody else too, then they get their credit as well. So shout out to the cameraman. Cans actually shot that video, not like me. I've been working close with my boy Gage lately. These guys like are people that allow me to bring my element to the table. I can't even work with someone that ain't trying to hear what I got to say. And because basically, I told you the song's so authentic, it's easy to act it out because this is what we're doing. So it's like, with that, I just want, in the Not Like Me visual, it was just me highlighting it and just showing them like, I'm moving different. I'm moving around correct. I'm business minded. That's why we had the suits on. We ain't out there some, you know what I'm saying? Because we just telling you like, nigga, you not like me. I'm the artist and the manager, nigga.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Talk to me about being the artist and the manager and handling your business at the same time. Wearing all of them hats, what's that like for you?
Man, it can be frustrating, to be honest. Like, to be honest, people be, when I say that shit, when I do that, like, people be like, oh, yeah, you be, but what they don't understand is, man, that's really a headache. Like, I be having to be 2 people. You know what I mean? And it's like, I got to be this person and then be this person, right? I got to fucking handle the business, follow up with this shit, send invoices, do contracts. You see what I'm saying? And then be the rapper. But it's like, I'm going to tell you why, though. It's not because I'm that, I do everything. I don't even want to do that shit. I have to do that shit. Because at the level when you climbing and you're accumulating, people, and where we're at today, it's like everybody trying to take from you. Even if, like, you ain't got to be no major rapper. Like, you could be at the lowest level of this shit and motherfuckers trying to get something from you. Even if, nigga, let me get a blunt. Somebody's trying to get something. Somebody wants something from you, right? Yeah. So it's like I found myself dealing with people that was, even there's nothing wrong to want for yourself, but what's wrong was when you understand where we at and you're not trying to be a part of something that's building. Like, so in the sense, for me, speaking in my position, I've always had people that in my life that just want to do this, do that, you know what I mean? And I ain't talking about all my managers, not at all. But I'm talking about day to day, the people, not even because people in my life ain't really been managers as far as that was pushing me. They was just niggas with the bag that had the vision for a nigga, you know what I mean? We was trying to find the managers. Yeah. So as we was finding people like that that's supposed to be jumping on page and doing this, man, it was just like, I learned like, damn, you really got to go out and get this money and go out and make, like, so I'm like, and that's why they're not doing it, because I'm not hot, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm trying to, boom, boom. So I started telling myself, man, you got to do this shit.
That's right.
You know how to do it.
Come on.
So I like, man, I'm made to do it. I just go out there, just connect these dots, talk to these people. I've been around so many real managers, and I've soaked up so much game and information from the game, and just to watch how things get structured and orchestrated and watching it get executed. Yeah. Man, I already do that. We do that in this street. I be executing all these sales. I'm working this phone all damn day. I did this all day. I done did that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We done did this. We done did that. I kept a count of this in my head. I know who. You know what I mean? I'm already like this. I just wasn't applying it in a different method. So once I started figuring that type of shit out, I'm like, man, I already managed this shit. What am I doing? Let me go find the people that mess with me. Yeah. Let me pay attention to the analytics to see who's shopping with me, who buys my merch, who does this. See, and then I got out my head, you ain't got to be the biggest to get this money.
Facts.
You don't have to be.
Facts.
Like, niggas be caught up like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get my shit right when I get it popping. And that, man, listen, I'm doing this shit right now without nobody helping me. You know what I mean? I'm selling merch. I'm doing all this shit. I got friends that's 100 millionaires, $100 million niggas. I ain't asking these niggas for nothing in my life.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got the structure of the hustle and I believe in myself and I ain't tripping off of my position. Mm-hmm. See, nigga be tripping off their position. A nigga be like, man, I'm number 78, man, that nigga number 1. All right, nigga, we'll go to get to 70. You worry about number 1, you ain't even at 70 yet. You 78, you need to be looking at number 70.
Come on.
And looking at how the fuck to pass him up.
Exactly.
And then to get to 60, them the 2 niggas you need to be looking at.
Come on.
You looking at 1 and 2. You tripping. You tripping.
I'm with you on that.
Pace yourself, don't race yourself. That's what I'm telling these people. And you know what I mean? So that's how I go, bro. For me, managing and doing the artist is really just me hustling myself. That's, you know what I mean? That's how I was able to work in my brain.
Now, for you, Tess, when it comes to the music and the messages that you're trying to hit the audience with, man, what are some of the main points that you really serving these folks out here, man?
Real motivation. Pace yourself. Don't race yourself. As I said before, like, that's what all this is about. Like, you just got to know your position and be comfortable with your position enough to get to the next position. I'm not telling you I'm staying here. No, when I say comfortable, I mean comfortable where you at to get where you're going. And that's really what people take. When my music come across, it's very relative. You know what I'm saying? You gonna hear a song, that motherfucker might sound like it was tailor-made for you. Mm-hmm. You might be like, that nigga know me. You know what I mean? For real, because for real, and women, like, I'm kicking that shit. Like, I ain't afraid to say nothing that I want to say. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So it's like with me, my shit is so unrestricted. Like, I don't care about that. I'm not an ignorant, rude, disrespectful nigga anyway. So I'm not finna say nothing that's on some tedious lines of hurting someone's heart religiously or ethnically or however they. Not like that. When I say what I want, I'm talking about what you think. The shit you think, I say that shit.
I'm with you.
And that's how my music is. So it's like when it's times that you wanted to be so real and tell the truth. When I say real, meaning like just be honest about some shit, but you was like, oh shit. I'm saying that shit. So you can count on me to speak for you. Yeah. That's where I be at with it. You feel me? So like when they hear my music, I just be wanting them to take the main message of stop playing with me. That's my life campaign. That's right. I tell people that every day. I wake up on my Snapchat. Shout out to all my followers. And so I got a crazy Snapchat following, right? Mm-hmm. Pardon me. Crazy Snapchat following. And I wake up every day and motivate anybody that watch me. I tell them, tell the world, stop playing with you. Tell yourself, stop playing with you. And it really, stop playing with me, the campaign into life. It's like, as long as you abide by that with yourself, like, don't play with yourself. If you know you can do better, you do better. Don't let another person be like, man, you know you could have did better. You do that. Be that person for yourself. That's right. So stop, you know what I'm saying? You check yourself, ain't nobody else can check you. Facts. That's what I tell people. So it's like, that's what I want people to take, just the relatable stuff from me. Like, you gonna hear me highlight things I do in life and all that, and that shit cool. But then real gems and then real jewels, that's what sit on people. And I make sure when I do my tapes, that's why you talked about the song For Sure. Yeah. Because that was a gem song. That was was a everyday song, no matter, timeless song. That's for sure. If you just got some money and executed your play, you turn that song on, it's gonna enhance you. Because you could be like, you gonna really feel like that's for sure, like it's what I do. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That real to that shit that touch you. I'm gonna have that all over the place when I drop projects. Any new projects on the way that we need to know about? Tess, what you got coming up? I got a new project called Fuck Your Feelings 2. Ooh, it's a sequel to another one that I had back, I think maybe 2018. Yeah. And Fuck Your Feelings is another project where it's unrestricted. Fuck your feelings, like it's self-explanatory. It lets you know, like, I'm finna kick shit now. Yes, sir. I'm about to tell you how it is now. Know what I mean? Respectfully, but the truth hurt either way. Come on, no matter how good you say it.
creative process. When you get in that studio test and it's time to crank that thing up, man, how you coming up with these bangers, boy?
Really just I play the beats. I don't listen to nothing outside the studio as far as beats. So I don't create no music outside of the studio. I can't even get in gear to think like that. I just go in the lab, I take the beats, turn them on. Whatever one grab me, I load it up. You know what I'm saying? Load it straight up. Deal's my witness. I load it straight up and go straight in. And I record myself.
My God.
I record 90%. Nah, I'm lying. 70% of my records, I record myself.
Lastly, what do you want your fans to know, Tess, that's been rocking with you the long way, seeing all of this progress and stuff like that, man?
I just want them to know to stay loyal to whatever you really believe in, for real. If anybody that's really followed me, like you said, a real fan or somebody that knows my story or something, you know everything I've been through, you know how many times the world done looked and counted out and doubted out, you done seen all these things, you done seen me be around all these people in life and probably expected all it. Just know, through all that, I stay consistent with myself, as y'all know. I stay grinding, I ain't never let nobody make me feel like I wasn't who I am, you know what I'm saying? And I just stayed down with it. So that's really what I want you to know. I just want to be a display of just loyalty to yourself and loyalty to whatever you loyal to. Like, it's gonna be, everybody in life gonna have, you know, things that they do to you, and you're gonna have to pick and choose who your real people is. But all I want you to know is, through it all, if you loyal, don't let nobody change that. Don't tell yourself, fuck it, I'm got money now, I'm up now, I'm about to be unloyal back. Don't do that. Whatever you do, just make sure you stick to being you and don't ever stray from that shit.
How can these folk contact you?
Man, at Test410 on everywhere. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. You feel me? My YouTube, same thing. Test at Test410. Freebandztest.com. You can go to freebandz.com. It's everywhere. I'm all
Speaking of the Freebandz, I got to touch on that too, man.
Yeah.
The partnership with Future.
Yeah.
How the hell did y'all link up?
Man, through my brother Chuck. Shout out to Chuck. Chuck locked up. But Chuck was a person that believed in me early on, and you know what I'm saying, always used to talk to me about, like, just, you know, staying down, just keep going, and then, you know, finally I had wound up learning that this same person that motivate me, keep telling me to keep going, and it has actually got a full relationship with Future. This was early in beginning of Future career.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I knew Future music. I just didn't know he knew him like that. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I kept asking, like, yo, link me, you know what I mean? And he linked me, and the rest history. Like, you know, that was 10, 11 years ago.
My God. So you been back and forth between Baltimore and the A the whole time?
Yeah, basically. And then London. You know, I got a career, I stay in London. I got kids in London now, so I live.
So you just
London.
gonna leave that out the whole interview? Yeah. What the hell is going on in London, Tess?
Yeah, shout out the whole UK. I gotta highlight it, but I really wasn't leaving it out. We were just gonna get to it. Shout out the whole United Kingdom, man. I got a crazy fan base and following there. It's lit there. They receive me crazy. They love the music. They love the grind, the effort. Shout out my sons, Loyal and Lazar. I got 2 baby boys. They 2 years old, twins.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? Out there in England. So I go to England. I've been going to England for the last 2.5 years, every other month. So I spend a month in the UK.
What is that lifestyle like, being back and forth?
It's hectic, bro.
And how they living over there?
It's different from us.
Yeah.
It's more of a restricted place. It's like a restricted America, like a real restricted America. Like, picture if you went outside, right? We driving in the car, the law pull us over. I was smoking a blunt, so the car smelled like some weed. Picture the police swabbing your mouth. You the driver, they swab your mouth because they smelled weed. It's come back. The test said he's been smoking weed the last whatever hours, and then they suspend your license. But this is dead. They dead serious. So it's like, now we not riding around smoking. Like, you understand? Exactly. So imagine that. We don't know what that's like. We wake up, we gonna do what we gonna do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Period.
Woo.
Even in places where weed ain't legal, somebody wake up and do what they do. They gonna still smoke. And you know what I'm saying? But it's like, cause they just enforce differently there. And it's just, they got people's mind frame restricted there, unfortunately. But the people there is the truth. The people is the truth. The people hustlers like us. The people gangsters like us. Everything like us. We all the same. That's what I learned. I was kind of mad because I'm like, damn, we the same.
Yeah.
And they got y'all over here thinking shit's supposed to go this way and it's not. So I be encouraging all my people from there, my followers, even fans. I tell them, if you in America, You follow me on this Snapchat. You rock out with me every day. I'ma know you is how you talk to me, hit me up. I'ma see through it that you straight. I'ma see to it, whatever you want to do, I'ma put you in all the right spots to do it at.
Yeah.
Because it's like, real talk, I got a crazy following, like a real crazy following, real engagement. Like my snaps be getting viewed 1-2 million times a day.
My God.
You feel me? Yeah. Real talk.
Talk to me about the music industry in London and then working your move over there, though.
So it's crazy. The music industry over there don't really mess with Americans. I'm just going to say it straight up. No, I don't do no cut, no corner. The music industry, they platforms, they'll tell you straight now, we don't really mess with Americans. But at first I was offended. Like, what the fuck you mean? Nigga, if you try to get on World Star, they would never say, oh, you're from England. You can't, we don't, I mean, so I'm like, what? We never heard of this. Because we from, you know why? We're from unrestricted. We don't know nothing about that. Nigga ain't telling us that.
Exactly.
But over there, they could say shit like that because people is going just like, oh, okay, whatever. Over here, you wouldn't even have a platform if you said some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas like, man, ain't nobody fucking with you then. Like, you talking about nigga, because a nigga American, nigga can't, feel me? But what I found out was, they feel like we don't support their music. And when I say we, I'm talking about not fans or followers. I'm talking about platforms and shit. They feel like, you know what I mean, which is true in a sense, but it's, to me, it's like, but y'all not promoting it to us either.
Exactly.
The not y'all as the artists, the labels that y'all signed to, they not, if Lil Baby drops some shit right now, London gonna hear it too, cause the Lil Baby label gonna make sure 4PF and them making sure that motherfucking shit reaching there.
Come on.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And so when I link with my rapper homies over there, and it be big artists over there that be really stepping, and it's a lot of artists over there that do make connections over here. Like shout out to Gigs. Gigs, if you do your research on Gigs, he from London. He been out there doing this shit forever. And you know, real well connected nigga. He be bringing the sauce across the border. He links with a lot of guys. He's on Meek album, by the way. Yeah. So homie he on there. There's other artists like you got D Block Europe. You know, they be connecting with America. They got some American sauce going on. And when I say American sauce, I'm just talking about structural ties to get money overseas. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like, that's my goal for my friends that I meet over there and lock in with, all the London artists, the niggas that I know running, because these niggas rich, too. These niggas turned up, they getting millions of views, all that in their country. But it's like, nigga, we all speak English. Yeah. This song hard as a bitch. This shit supposed to be playing over here. Yeah. They would listen to this in Detroit. Shout out my nigga Tunde. He from up north, UK, Manchester. He locked up right now, free Tunde. These niggas hard, like we all the same. So like me going there and getting all that love, but actually being ground level and being able to reach people and being niggas projects, they call them estates, we call it the projects. Being in these niggas estates, eating these niggas mother's food, connecting with these niggas, looking at they baby pictures on the wall. Niggas look just like us in our grandma's house, nigga. Yeah. Know what I mean? We the same. And I learned England was trying to keep us apart. That's what I learned. The country of England was trying to keep America and England separated. They don't want us switching sauce with each other. Yeah. They don't want that. Them niggas gonna make us more educated. Our grammar gonna be more better. Yeah. You understand? And we finna get these niggas methods like these niggas ain't never seen before to just run up millions. They don't want that. The country don't want that. So that's what I learned, man. It's a lot I just said, but it's a lot of jewels in what I just told y'all there. You just heard it. I just educated you.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that, Tess.
Yeah, if you listening, you gonna know. That's exactly. And I'm there at ground level. I got children there. Shout out to whole England. I'm tapped in on a whole nother level with them people. That's my family.
What is it like trying to raise your kids over there?
It's hectic, man. But God helped me make it work effortlessly, bro. Like, I really I handle my business. I got a beautiful, wonderful baby mama that just lets me do my thing. She don't press me about anything I'm ever doing in life. As long as I'm there handling my business for her and my kids, she don't care about nothing. Really pushed me to be who I am. You know what I'm saying?
What was it that made you go over there to begin with?
I didn't really go over there on them type of tactics. It's a long ass story. I've been through my baby mama forever. I met her when she was in Amsterdam. She from England. She had got pregnant in New York. So I didn't even go over there, and I mean, she came to the States, and you know what I'm saying, went back home, and that when I knew she said she pregnant with twins, I'm like, I'm supposed to have kids with this girl. Yeah. Two twins, boys. I ain't even know it was boys.
You ain't getting no better than that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, we growing together, like, you know what I mean? It was something that happened and that I had to just, you know what I mean?
Make it do what it's supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. So everything's a blessing, bro. I can't lie at all. So it's a beautiful blessing, and it's been an amazing blessing on my life to be able to go over there. I'm from Baltimore. I never thought in my life I would ever be in my life ever in London in any country in my life. I never thought I'd be there ever in my life.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like when I said the ever is so serious, I want y'all to know that I never thought this shit like in my life. It's crazy to me to be able to just to be able. You know what I mean? Just to simply be able is amazing.
Come on now.
You know what I mean?
And with that being said, one more again, let them folks know how they can contact you,
yeah,
Ted.
Man, hey, at Test410 on IG, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Snapchat for sure. My YouTube is Test410. You know what I mean? Anyway, just if you searching anything, I don't care where you at, Spotify, Test. If you on Apple Music, Test, Tidal, Test. I don't care where you looking. Type in at Test410. It's gonna pop up.
And that's just what it is. Beehive Radio, shout it.
Yeah.
Test for sure. We gone. Holla.